everybody, Tammy here. Welcome to my channel, and I'm doing a tag that was originally posted by two other YouTube creators. The Dolls, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is one channel, and the other channel is called Ambi, and I'll put @ to both of their channels down below for you to go check out and find out what they had to say about it. And I also have a list of all the tags, the questions in this tag down below, and I'm just going to tag everybody. They kind of tagged everybody, and I'm going to tag everybody else. Okay, so feel free to join in if you'd like to. So question number 1 had to do with who or what or how did you discover Blythe? And I have to point the finger at one particular person. Her name is Jean Yates. Jean, it's your fault. It's all your fault. You're out there in social media land. I haven't seen you in a while or talked to you in a while. But she and I were part of a blog group. This is back in the blogging days. And she and I were part of this blog group. We did blogging about jewelry making and all kinds of other crafts. And she started posting pictures of her customized Blythe dolls. And at the first time I saw them, I was like, has Jean lost her mind? Okay. Do I need to call the authorities? And then the more I saw them, and then I started to... They made me curious, and then I started to investigate, research them, and I found out about, how you could customize them and take them apart and, do things with them, and then the rest is history. Question number 2 asks how many Blythe dolls you have, and I'm going to say, is it none of your business? I have more than many, and not as many as some people have. Okay? I probably have more than the average collector, general collector. No, I don't even know. A lot of people buy every single Blythe doll. I don't do that. You guys know I don't do that. But yes, I have a lot of Blythe dolls, and I'm not going to apologize for it. But I don't have as many as I could. Okay? There you go. So that's the answer to number 2. Question number 3. What was your first Blythe doll? Who was your first Blythe doll? And that has to be Country Summer. I'll probably put some pictures of some of the dolls I talk about rather than pulling them all out because they're in various places. But Country Summer was my very first stock Blythe doll, my very first... I did purchase 2 non-stock Blythe dolls before her. And so, yeah, I guess she really wasn't my first if you count non-stock as real Blythe dolls. So I bought one that had pink and white hair, and it was short, and it was cute and everything. I sold her... Actually, I didn't have her for very long before I sold her. I bought another doll that had this beautiful blonde hair. I still have her. She is... this was back in 2015 when the non-stock dolls came on the traditional type Takara bodies, and she was actually a really nice doll. So yeah, so I had her, and then Country Summer was the first stock Blythe that I purchased, and she's super cute, and she's still in my collection. Question number 4. What is your Grail doll? What is your Blythe Grail doll? I really don't have one. At one point, Vinter Arden was a Grail doll for me, but my tastes have kind of changed, and I have, since I knew about her, have gotten some dolls that I kind of feel like filled that need that I had. And I believe she also has yellow eyeshadow, which is not a favorite of mine. So she came off of the Grail list. And honestly, I have 2 dolls that were my Grail that it took me a long time to get. Star Dancer is one of them. That doll took me years to track down. A lot of people had customized her, and not in a good way. Same thing for the other Grail doll that also took a long time to find a decent doll that was not customized or, destroyed, basically. And that was Paradise Girl. So I really don't have any. I mean, I feel kind of satisfied. Next question, of course, is which Blythe is my favorite in my collection? And I have to say that's very hard. In fact, let me break it up into 3 different categories. Obviously, as far as the non-stock dolls go, my favorite has to be Malibu. She's my little bud. Got Malibu right here. She's my buddy. She's a fun doll. I just like her total vibe. I don't know what it is about that doll, but she just speaks to me, and we have a good time together, and I can drop her in my purse and hit the road and whatever. So she's my favorite non-stock. As far as customized dolls, so I'll break them up into those non-stock, customized, and stock. Customized dolls, you've got to know, it's got to be Sorry. She taught me a lot about just the doll hobby and and being patient and how to open up a doll head and all that good stuff. So Sari is still super adorable, and I'm very grateful to have her. The person who did her carving and face up and everything is a very well-known customizer, and I can't remember her name now. But anyway, she's somebody who, her dolls are very expensive, so I'm very lucky that I have this doll in my collection. And you know how I feel about Sari. If you've been watching my videos, you know all about her. And then as far as the stock dolls go, that's really hard. I have a lot of stock Blythe dolls, but I would say my recent favorite has to be this little dolly right here. Come on over here. Hello Arden, aka, or it's Hello Again Arden, or aka, what was her original name? She was originally Hello Again, and then I got her as the remake, the reissue. She's not a remake, she's reissued. She came out, and then right near the end of Takara, that was when Takara was making the dolls, and she was one of the dolls that when Takara stopped making them, Junie Moon had a bunch that didn't have any stock. So I got her with different stock than just the regular Hello Again version. And she renamed the dolls, and they got new stock and all that stuff. So I actually have two of her. Okay. So I bought the Hello Again Arden doll when it came out, and that doll is still in my curio. And her face is called translucent. It's the translucent type of face, which I have. I'm trying to remember if I have one or two others like this. I know I have Garden of Joy, who also is translucent. And it's just an unusual finish to their faces that I tend to really like. So yeah, so that is my current favorite stock. Question number 7 asks, stock, custom, or both? And it's got to be both. Okay, it's got to be both. I love the stock dolls, and while I have a strong opinion about not customizing stock dolls unless they are already damaged, okay, like if you find a doll that's already damaged out in the wild, then I think customizing that doll is a good idea, actually. Otherwise, I am very against customizing stock dolls, okay, because they're limited editions, and I feel like once you've done that, the doll isn't the same doll anymore anyway. But anyway, yeah, I like them both. I have a small collection of custom dolls, and I do like to customize dolls. That's one of the things that I like about the hobby. So I got to say both. So my numbers may be wrong. I've been saying questions 1, 2, 3, etc. They could be wrong. Like I said, I'll put them down below. But the next question asks about what is your favorite part of the hobby? And again, that is a difficult question to answer, but I would say, first of all, obviously it's community. Blythe has a wonderful, supportive community, and I've met some amazing people. And then the second thing I do feel like I have to, so this is like number 1 is community. Number 2 is all the crafting you can do with these dolls. That is what is the big appeal to me. I can take these dolls apart and turn them into different dolls. I can sew for them. I can crochet for them. I can create displays, do some photography with them. It's like the creativity around Blythe in particular, but really all dolls. But for some reason, Blythe is the doll that really brought me back into doll collecting after doing it a little bit when I was a young child, or I think I stopped probably when I was in high school. But other than that, I would say, the creativity that dolls bring out in me, that is my favorite part of the hobby. Next question asks, where do I prefer to buy my Blythe dolls? And again, it kind of depends. I kind of look everywhere, but typically if I'm going to buy, especially a stock Blythe, I will either go to Junie Moon or I will go to CC Toys. Those are places that I have successfully purchased from, and I feel very confident in buying from them. I have bought from many other places before, and I've done videos about different places you can buy them. And I've, if you're looking for a lot of different places, there are other places, and I've done videos. I'll try to maybe put a link or something, but you can search on my site and find them for sure on my YouTube channel. But Junie Moon typically has some of the better prices. It's just that the shipping is not the best. Shipping's high, and you don't necessarily know what the shipping's going to be till you're ready to check out. So that's kind of something that I'm not keen on. And then there's CC Toys, which one of the things I like about CC Toys is you know exactly how much it costs from the very beginning because they include shipping with the price. However, their prices sometimes tend to be a little bit higher than if you were to get the doll through Junie Moon. It kind of just depends. So yeah, those are my two favorite places to buy stock Blythe dolls. The next question asks, who is the oldest doll, not including Kenner, by release date? And it would be this chickaroo right here, Hollywood. Okay, so she's not matte face. She is a shiny faced doll. So that means she's not the first Hollywood that came out, I believe. I think she is the FAO Schwartz version that came out in 2001. She's on a Leica body, all right? There were multiple releases of Hollywood, and if I just looked it up on the fandom site, and the first one came out with a matte face and a Leica body. The second one came out with a shiny face and a Leica body, and then there was a third one that came out with a shiny face and a Takara style bod. So, yeah, I got her pre-owned, and the person who had her was not 100% sure of her total history. But yeah, I really like this doll. I believe this is the version that's called a BL type doll. She is not, I don't think she is an EBL. And I could be completely wrong. So if anybody wants to correct me in the comments nicely, feel free to do so. But like I said, I'm pretty sure she's a BL from 2001 FAO Schwartz, Hollywood. So she's super cute. She's adorbs. So yeah, and I'm very lucky to have her. I got her, again, from another collector, and I got a really good deal on her. The final question asks, do I have a Kenner? No, I do not have a Kenner. I really don't have aspirations necessarily to have one, and that may be blasphemous in the Blythe hobby to say that. But I have looked before, and I'm always looking at the dolls, of course. And here's my thing with those dolls. They are either crazy expensive that I would not feel comfortable purchasing a doll at the price and the quality that I want. So if it's a doll, if it's a Kenner that is of decent quality, the price is crazy high and out of my comfort zone. Okay? If the price is not crazy high, but still kind of high, right? Typically, my experience from what I've seen is the doll, it looks like somebody took a sledgehammer to her. So I don't want to pay hundreds of dollars for a doll that needs massive amounts of work or cannot really be fixed, you know, with bodies that have fallen apart and all that kind of stuff. I like to mess with the dolls and fix the dolls. And I do like it when I find a doll that maybe needs a little TLC, because then I get to do some like customizing stuff and that kind of thing. But if it's a doll where her body's falling apart and I've paid hundreds of dollars for her, that is, I don't want to do that. Okay. So, my, of course, dream is to be wandering around some thrift store someday and finding a doll for $50 and finding out that it's a Kenner doll and she's in a new in box and hasn't been touched or whatever, something totally delusional like that. But yeah, I really don't have any aspirations of ever getting a Kenner realistically. So, but that's me. Okay. All right, you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As usual, give this a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a wonderful dolly day. Bye-bye.